Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing today? We're playing around with a few things here, but I just wanted to get a great, simple, quick, hearty soup that, getting messages, that is so simple to make and so quick. And the hard parts about it are really easy to do because it takes time, but it just sits in your oven. And that is, we've baked a whole bunch of potatoes. Got about 3 pounds. Drop one of them, of course. Then we just have 1 diced onion, some grated cheese, some simple chicken stock, and a little vegetable oil. So what we're doing is we are making, I'm just getting some oil in my pan there, which making sure the other camera can see. We have 2 cameras running today. Get that warmed up. What we're making today is a very, very simple baked potato soup. It's cold and the sun is out, but it's really cold here today, so I just wanted something quick, easy, don't have to think about, and it's going to serve 2 purposes. You'll see why in just a few minutes. So that oil is heating up. What we can do is say just 1 diced onion. Use a white onion, yellow onion. I wouldn't use red because it will stain the soup unless you don't mind a pink soup. And we're just trying to soften those onions a little bit. So now is a good time. We'll just add a little bit of salt. That'll help draw out some of the moisture. Turn that heat up. Like I said, this is a real quick, easy soup. It takes no skill. We're just sauteing an onion. We're going to do something with these potatoes. I do have a skillet of bacon that I chopped up and cooked, like you've seen me do before. I even did the time-lapse video of it, and don't know why, but today it's still the most popular video on there. So I'll put a link to that up in the corner. So these onions are starting to soften up. I will have a video of what the pot sees somewhere down in the corner here, or I'll be down the corner and this will be, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll switch between the two. Like I said, here all we're doing is we're sweating the onions. We want them to soften, let go of some of their flavor a bit. What we can do is add just a little bit of black pepper. Just maybe a teaspoon. You can add more if you want. If you have white pepper, that would be good because it'll help keep the creamy color of the soup. Because I don't know about you, but I love baked potatoes. You get them with butter and the cheese and the bacon. If you like sour cream, go for it. You can add some of that too if you want at the end. But there's just something satisfying about it. Like, to me, it could be a meal almost by itself. And there have been days I've done mashed potato. I've done a big thing of baked potatoes. You know, you get those really big honking Idaho baked potatoes. So this doesn't take long to do. We just, like I say, we want to make sure everything is nice and soft. I'm just thinking there's always something I forget to grab during these videos. but we can quickly grab that when we're ready for it. Now that these these onions have softened up enough, sorry again, itchy nose. We're just going to take our potatoes with a spoon and do this on the other camera so you can all see. We're just scooping out some of the middle bit. So what we have is a potato skin, just like you get your favorite bar or restaurant. I'm just going to quickly put all these in. Now I do want to leave some of the potato in there, in the skins. I'm sure you can figure out why by now. And just while this is cooking, I am going to add one thing of chicken stock. This will just help things cook, and it might as well be heating up at the same time. There we go. As we get our skins, our potatoes peeled into, or not peeled, but hollowed out into here. Don't have to be perfect. And to do the baked potatoes, I just wash them, put them right on the rack at 450 degrees for about 45 minutes. Now, if you don't want to worry about the potato skins afterwards, fine. Boil, peel them, chop them up, and you would just cook them in the broth. And if you don't even want to peel them, and you don't mind the skins, which are great, leave them in there too. But like I said, I figured I was going to do this video. I'm going to knock off 2 birds with 1 stone. Make some great homemade potato skins. And the soup. Now, sometimes you will, like this, get a skin that breaks. Don't worry about it. Still tastes good. As far as cooking the skins, well, once our potatoes are all in the soup, we'll show you how we do that. So, like I said, I have here 10 potatoes. It was about, for this batch, it was about 5 pounds. And I cooked them all up. And then I just let it cool so this way I could handle them as I'm taking all the flesh out. Okay, and last one. There we go. So, as you see in the pot here, we have all of our potatoes in. And down in front of me, I have all the skins. So we're just going to cook this a little bit. This is going to reheat the potatoes. It's going to soften them a bit more. But what we are going to do is that when this gets closer to being ready, so we're going to take our little stick mixer and we're going to put that to it and make it nice and creamy. That's why I'm not too worried about how the chunks are or anything like that. now that we have all that in, I'm going to add our second thing of chicken stock. Takes so long to pour. All this is going to cook up really fast. And turn the heat up a bit more if we want. Now, right now, my oven is preheating. Like I said, I have it set preheating up to 450 degrees. And on my tray in front of me, we are just going to move some of these skins off. Move some of them around. There we go. Speak of the devil, there's the oven. So we have our tray here. It's got all of our skins on it. And just like in, like I say, your favorite bar, restaurant, if you're at Chili's or wherever, and you get their loaded baked potatoes or their loaded skins, this is all it is. There's really nothing to it. It's a potato shell with some cheese, bacon, and whatever other toppings they decide to put in. I've done these with pizza fillings, which are so good. I've also done them where I've made shepherd's pie, put the meat in here, mashed up the potatoes that I took off of the top, put them back on, and made shepherd's pie potato skins. Those were fun. So I'm trying to make sure all the skins have a good amount of bacon or cheese, because we all love our cheese in there. And I'm just using a marble cheddar. It's what I had, but you can use really any cheese that you want, as long as it's a nice melting cheese. That soup is already coming up to temperature pretty fast. So you can see here just what I'm doing. Taking our skins, putting our bacon into them. And there we go. So now in the other camera, you can see what the skins look like. And they're going to go into the oven. There we go. For about 10 minutes or so. We want the cheese and everything to get all nice and melted. The bacon to get super crispy. Now, I still have a ton of cheese left here. All that cheese would go really well in a potato soup. So that's what we are going to do. I'm just going to get the milk, which I said we'd forgotten. Now you can use heavy cream if you want, or milk. I've just put there about half a cup to start. There we go. So you can see now the other video got nice and white. And what we're going to do is just take about a handful at a time, put it in, and let it melt fully before you add the next batch. Otherwise, you're going to get a real grainy soup. So you just keep it moving. Add a bit more. So this was about a half-pound block of cheese that I put in, that I grated. As you see, it's going in both, so it's not so bad. But you know me, I have to have my cheese. And just keep moving the soup, stirring it around so nothing sticks to the bottom of your pan and burns. Because now that we've added the cheese and the milk, it's not hard to scorch this. So you just want to keep it moving. That cheese will also thicken this up a little bit. And once we put our stick to it, that's really going to help thicken it up. So I'm getting my stick all ready. Now, if you don't have one of these, that's fine. You can use your blender. You can use a food processor if you really have to. But I just find the stick makes it a lot easier and a lot safer because you aren't moving things around. You're literally just putting your blender into the soup. Let's see, this still works. Yep. So our soup now, as you can see in the camera, is boiling. So in goes my stick. And you want to do this carefully because this is hot. You want to try and get as many of those bits as you can. And if you like a chunkier soup, you can stop it wherever you like it. Just a couple of minutes there, and you saw how quick that went. A little more cheese. There we go. So that now is all nice and done. It's nice and smooth now. A couple of little pieces, but that's okay. Move this back out of the way. There we are. Now this we're just going to let simmer for a little bit because it's going to help thicken everything. The potatoes in there are going to swell up a little bit, and that's going to help thicken it. The cheese will help thicken it. But now is a good time to just taste for seasoning. And you can see just how hot that is. Really good. For me though, I want a little more pepper. A little more salt. Because potatoes love salt. Again, you want to keep an eye on this because of the dairy in there from all the cheese and the milk that we added. This will burn if you aren't careful. And if it ever boils over on you, I hope you have your afternoon free, because it's going to take forever to clean it off. If you wanted to add some, like I said, some sour cream, this would be a good time to do it. And I'm just looking to see if I can find it. And I can't. But, well, I can't find the one I'm looking for. But I just have here a little bit of a smoked paprika blend. I'm just adding like a teaspoon to it. This is just going to add a little bit more flavor to everything. You can season this however you want. You can put some nice garlic in there. And add some roasted pepper seasoning. All that would be so good. Another taste for seasoning. And it's nice because I can still see some bits of the potato and the onion. And again, roasting hot. Perfect. That's just going to simmer for a little while. It's ready to go now, but the longer you cook it, it'll just thicken up that little bit more. Checking our skins. They are almost done. What's even better is I have some more here, which I'll be doing some other stuff with. Not today. Can only eat so many potatoes. So we've got all our garbage here. And there's one thing that we forgot. There we are. The one thing every baked potato needs, some butter. It's just going to add a nice creaminess to it. And of course, that buttery flavor. There. This is looking so good. So in about 15 minutes now, we have made a full soup, and a side to go along with it being potato skins. And what goes better with a potato soup than, well, potato skins? You can kind of see in the video, the other video, how much this has thickened up. And that we're just going to leave alone for now. It's done. We've done all we can to it. Check our skins. And there we go with those. So cheese is all nice and melty. I'm just going to move some stuff around here because this is hot. And yes, my spoon just did fall right into the soup. Hot. And this is why I don't leave my utensils on my pot too often. Oh, for now, that's going to go right there. So we have our skins out. Now, if you want, you can top these, again, with your sour cream, whatever you like. And just look. And compared to the restaurant ones, which are normally deep fried, these aren't, so it should be quite a bit better for you. Oh, nice, all the cheese and bacon we've added. I really hope the microphone picked up that crunch. So good. Just give me that soup one last stir. Now let's dish up a bowl of the soup. So we've got our bowl. Now we have our beautiful bowl of soup. You know me, I'm not one for garnish, but how can you not say no to some cheese and some crumbled bacon right on your soup? And now comes the big test. So hot. I'm working in a very small space. I don't have a lot of room today. And there we go. Super easy. Hardest part was baking some potatoes, and that's put them in the oven. Saute an onion, add some chicken stock, put your potatoes in there. You don't want to take the time to bake your potatoes. Peel them, dice them, cook them in the stock, puree it up the same way I did, same result. So there we go. A quick and easy recipe. Super delicious on a cold day like today. Perfect. I hope you give this a try. If you're a potato lover like I am, this is heaven. All we need are some fries. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It shows me you like what I'm doing and that you're interested in seeing what else we have cooking. If you're coming back to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment, share this video with family and friends. I'm sure they'd love some simple, easy recipes as well. So until next time, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef. We'll see you all again. Enjoy.